بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين اللهم لك الحمد يا رب حمدا كثيرا طيبا عظيما جللا مباركا من السماوات والأرض من كل شيء بعد اللهم اجعل هذا الجمع جمعا مرحوما والتفرق بعده تفرقا معصوما ولا تدع فينا شقيا ولا محروما اللهم آمين. In the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most compassionate, the most merciful, all praise and thanks are due to Him, and peace and blessings be upon His beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He who is guided by the will of Allah, no one can misguide him, and he who is misguided, no one can guide him except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I think هذا أحسن شوية. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I have exactly 6 minutes at 9.6 inshallah. Just remind me because I promised Sheikh Abdul Aziz. Very simple title with a short story and one ayah related to this story inshallah, just to keep it in our mind. Now the title of my khatira is don't let the shaitan convince you that you can't. Don't allow Iblis to convince you that you can't. You can't do what exactly? Let's share this simple story. I read about maybe 15 years ago a story about an Arab brother. He was traveling in one of the East European countries. He did not specify something like Romania, Bulgaria or something like that. But he said just East Europe. He said, I was traveling in the taxi. I was visiting as a tourist. So I noticed in the language of that country, a very old car with a very old driver. He was writing in his language on the back of the car. He wrote, if you want to ask about Islam, please stop me. So he says, I asked the taxi driver to stop this car. Then I came to him. Then I was shocked to know the following fact. Now, this is a non-Muslim country. Muslims, they are minority in that country. The man was a retired person and very humble, simple, middle-class person. When he finished, he wanted to serve his deen. He wanted to do something. He is not educated. He can't translate. He can't argue. He can't debate. He can do nothing. But he has a great love for his deen. Look what he did. Very simple. It's amazing, very inspiring. He started going to all Muslim embassies in his country. Just tak, assalamu alaikum, Saudi embassy, Kuwaiti embassy, Jordanian embassy, Qatari embassy, whatever, assalamu alaikum. Do you have any kind of publications about Islam in any languages? So he collected whatever introduction, small booklets about Islam in many languages. I forgot the number, either 17 or 23. So he made what? He went to the trunk of the car and he brought small like partitions. الله يجزيك الخير. طيب شكرا جزاك الله خير بارك الله فيك شكرا جزاك الله خير أكرمك الله أكرمك الله. طيب مش راح أعرف أكل أوكي من أي فينش إن شاء الله. جزاك الله خير بارك الله فيك يا عبد الله شكرا. طيب was saying
yes for the introduction books to Islam.
which books?
The brother.
I know brother.
للدرجة دي.
دعوة الله. I'm just kidding. Yes. Which the driver يا شيخ؟ الله. So he brought like a small partitions. He divided the trunk of the car into different spaces and boxes. And he put, introduction about Islam, who is Allah in Islam, who is Prophet Muhammad in Islam, according to the language. And he wrote, he does not read any of these languages, but he realizes that this area, this box is in Spanish, this one is whatever. So he put in that language. Whoever stops him, he tries just to communicate, even if you don't speak, for example, I don't speak Spanish, but if someone told me Española, I understand it's Spanish. خلاص. Spain, Española, Spanish, whatever. I realize without knowing that one even single word in Spanish. Even if I don't speak French, I mean, if I say François, bonjour, whatever, okay, I will realize he's a French. It's something like that. Okay. He started to do this, subhanallah, and started to make the dawah. The one that who wrote a book, he said, so I was astonished. He can't argue, he can't discuss, he can't translate, but All the time, while he's driving his car, he's a retired person. Whenever he goes, all the time there's a moving mobile dawah. Allah knows how many people stopped him from the tourists of that country. Allah knows how many people read about Islam and started or decided to. This is the story. Now in the last 2 minutes, I told you I will connect this with a very beautiful ayah, very powerful ayah, and very significant ayah, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا ما آتاها. Allah will not ask me, Allah will not hold me accountable unless in what He has given me. There is no accountability for something I can't. No accountability for something I don't have. No accountability for an ability that I don't have. But what's the meaning of the ayah? Whatever ability, whatever gift, whatever Allah has given me, there's accountability for it. Look to this person how he applied it. He's not a da'iyah. He's not a professional. He's not a talkative person. Does not have information. But he has what? Love and niyyah. So he insisted. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guided him. What did this cost him? The car is there. The end result, Allah knows. Allah knows how Allah will deal with him with this niyyah. What was the title of my speech in the last 1 minute? Don't let the shaitan convince you that you can't. Connect this with the story of the 2 days ago. Our Egyptian brother, that he put part of his money just to keep spreading the booklets. Can we innovate in new ways? Yes, it depends on your status. Where are you? You work in a company, multinational, full of X, Y, Z, whatever. You are an Uber driver. Uber driver, for example. Okay? Whatever. We are driving, putting something. You put something, you're listening, open the discussion. You never know. The people, they are dead spiritually. They are seeking, they are looking, they don't know. The majority of the people, they don't know the haqq and the truth. Allah has gifted every single person of us in knowing the truth. So let's do our best not to stop, not to accept the whispering of the shaitan that we can't. Because alhamdulillah, we, what? Can. Jazakumullah khair. Time is finished. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.